Those cold temperatures, the Chatt Foundation has opened their doors tonight to be an emergency shelter overnight for anyone needing warm places to stay. Riley Nagel was there, and he has this story of their crucial mission to support those less fortunate.
On cold nights like tonight, a cold weather shelter like this can save a life.
Chattanooga's got a great big heart, and they really can make a difference.
Brian Dumas is the cold weather shelter manager for the Chatt Foundation, but he started his journey at the facility in 2012 as a man without a home looking for help.
I've seen hundreds of people come through and get up on their feet and go on to lead productive lives.
They opened their cold weather shelter for the first time in 2012. Vanessa Blevin says before that, there was no emergency shelter for people to escape the cold.
We've had instances where people were sleeping in a tent or in a campsite or under a bridge and their health deteriorate or they get to the level of death.
Blevin says in the past, they've had as many as 119 people stay in the shelter in one night.
We just try to make sure that there's a safe space for people to come in, and they do come in throughout the hours. Emergency services will bring people to us so that they're not out in the weather and they have a place to go.
Tonight, dozens of struggling people waited for their turn to come in and have a place to lay their head. Dumas says while he was homeless during cold months, the shelter allowed for him to focus on finding a job and a place to live instead of wondering where he was going to stay that night.
But no matter what the reason, you can always start over again. You can always build up, and especially when there are people willing to help, the change can be great.
Blevin says to support all the people coming in throughout the winter, they could use donations from the public, like blankets and clothing, especially socks and underwear. And
we're in need of volunteers during the daytime hours for some other services and things like that, so we would appreciate any kind of help on that end as well too.